afternoon and welcome to Guerilla, the daily programme in which we ask the really tough questions of people at the top of the game, and there's no one nearer the top of the game than Izzy Duncan, Fine Glance, at Fine Glance on Twitter. She is a member of the MCC committee, and I'll tell you what, she's also involved in disciplinary measures. Well, hey, we have got some questions for you, Izzy. Are you ready? And
I'm
able
ready.
And willing. Okay, Messy Jez says, do Guerilla Cricket need therapy around their dichotomy between their loathing of Australia and their liking for their Australian audience? Question.
Actually, there was quite a good tweet, I don't know if you saw it, of pictures of an English crowd catching the ball at Lord's and an Australian crowd catching the ball, which I thought was quite a good difference in the sort of crowds there, because I wasn't quite understanding the question, to be honest.
No, well, we'll move swiftly on,
okay.
actually. We don't want anything to slow us down, as I seem to have lost them again. Eagle Scooter says, which fictional cricketer do you see yourself being most similar to? On the basis that we've talked a lot about fiction this morning, which fictional cricketer do you see yourself as being most like?
Fictional cricketer, goodness me. How many fictional cricketers have there been?
There's
There's that film, The Final Test, and we mentioned a Bollywood film as well, didn't we, on cricket earlier too?
Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, I'm racking the old brain for... I can't think of a female cricketer who's particularly starred in a film recently on cricket. There's a gap in the market to fill.
There is. Let's move
Sorry
on.
to disappoint there.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's too good a question in a way. Needs a lot of research. Vector Victoria says, once Jimmy and Stu go, are the next fast bowling reserves ready? Seems there's a wait before the Currans may slip into the England
Yes, the
team.
current boys are really interesting,
Have you
aren't
seen much of them this year?
I haven't commentated. I have
Right.
watched them a little bit, and they are very impressive, incredibly young. I think one is 17, the other one's 19.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
The younger one is still at school at Wellington College.
Yep.
I think one of them won a bursary, which was set up by, because tragically the father died young, didn't he?
Yeah, Kevin
Was it
Curran.
Kevin
Yeah,
Curran
that's right,
died
yes.
young? Did he play at some point for Northamptonshire? I think he did, and his
yeah.
old teammates,
And
Gloucestershire,
Yeah.
but his old teammates, including Alan Lamb, I think they all clubbed together to help out to get the boys a good education.
Right.
And of course, Wellington's very, very strong on cricket. It's really pulled them through, and now they're absolutely making it on the cricket stage.
One of them's right arm bowler, one of them's a left arm bowler. I think.
Yes, which is a wonderful combination.
What a combination.
They should
Brothers
be opening for
England. That would be fantastic.
yeah, we'd like that.
Fantastic.
Mark
Now-
Wood is another one to discuss, of course, isn't he, too, as a quick bowler, but terrible ankle injuries, ankle problems, having all sorts of injections, and will that hamper his career? Will he be ending prematurely? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry. Now, where do you stand on Lords and lingerie? This is the important question from Dr. Dan Diper, writer of Watching Cricket on the Radio. I think you've made some moves in this respect, have you not?
Well, yes, it has been brought up in various committee meetings. In that, a little bit disappointed because the men have had silk boxer shorts for a long time. Fingers where silk, but it hasn't changed very often, to be honest. But
really?
I was thinking a nice negligee with sort of, this is to wear in bed really, a negligee with cut-off silk boxer shorts, dark blue background, because you can't have the egg and bacon, you can't have, it's too garish, and it clashes, well, anywhere really, to be honest. It clashes with everyone, girls don't tend to go for it, but if you have the dark blue background with a little MCC emblem sort of spread about it, I think that would look really nice, a little bit of lace on it. Stylish, because the shop needs to really, I think, get its act together in producing a good line in fashion. Something perhaps Katie could get involved in. She's a great designer.
Last question from Beardy Ed. He says, have you ever considered changing your surname to Wizzy Let's Get Busy?
Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy.
I think you've probably heard that a few times,
I've heard that
like.
once, and I've heard Isabel Necessary on a bicycle quite a few times as well, and the sides do split.
I made me laugh anyway.
Izzy Wizzy.
Oh,
Izzy Wizzy, the bowler would be good.
Oh yes, of course.
Izzy Fizzy.
Izzy Fizzy.
Let it fizz through the air.
Brilliant. Googly and leg spin bowler. And on that note, we should say thank you very much, Izzy, for being lots of fun and joining us in Guerilla. We should say that we're on air at 5:55 AM GMT tomorrow. Thank you all for listening. Join us again, and don't forget to predict the score on the GPL tomorrow.